Hey, this is Dave from Unipro, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a Facebook marketing plan that's going to help your business grow this year. And we're going to start out with some very simple steps, some beginner steps, and we're going to work our way up to some expert steps, some expert strategies that can help your business grow. And I'm talking about earning thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars directly from Facebook. Let me show you. Here's an example of one business that I grew using the exact strategies we're going to uncover in this video. This business grew to over $2 million. Again, all of this is coming directly from Facebook. So if you have a business that you'd like to grow, whether it's brand new or whether you've been using Facebook for years, this video is going to give you some strategies that you can apply to your business and help speed up that growth. Let's dive in. You've got a business that you want to grow and you know that Facebook could be a great place for you to do that, but you're not exactly sure what strategies and tools will make most sense for your business. And maybe you've noticed that Facebook is changing all the time. It's always adding new features. It's always adding new functions. And there's all kinds of new strategies that you could apply to your business, but then it becomes hard to keep up to date. Which one's the best? Is something that you were using previously still going to work? It's hard to know what you should be doing right now. I know some gurus out there are going to tell you that Facebook, the only way you can make money from Facebook is by running paid ads. And that's simply not the case. While Facebook does make most of their revenue from business owners who are paying for ads, Facebook has also given us tons of tools that you can use to grow your business completely organically. That means free, no ads at all. We're going to take a look at those in just a second. So I want to explain that as we go through this, I'm going to show you 10 different tools, 10 different features that you can build into a marketing plan that's going to be perfect for your business. And we are going to start with the easiest one. So let's dive into that. The easiest place to begin is with your Facebook personal profile. I'm going to show you, I'm over on my personal profile here. Your personal profile is the account that you set up when you join Facebook. So you'll probably notice that it's got your name on it. It's all about you. It's a way that you can go and connect with friends and family members and share what's going on in your life. But it can also be used to grow your business. Think about this. When you post on your personal profile about your business, this is the way for your friends and family, your intimate network, to understand what it is you do for a living. You might be shocked how many of your friends and family don't actually know what you do. They don't know how you could help them. And that's why it's really important that you do use your personal profile for your business. Now, there are a couple elements you're going to want to especially take note of. Let me walk you through these really quickly here. The first is this. This is your banner image. It's important that you have some sort of professional banner. Now, I know a lot of people are going to tell you that you should make this into sort of a billboard for your business. I personally find that that becomes a little bit too salesy and can turn off your friends and family who maybe don't want to feel like they're being sold to. So I recommend that you have something professional, but not salesy. It's also important that you're going to have a professional photo of yourself, something that looks warm and greeting, something like this. Then you're also going to notice that you have an opportunity to do what's called an intro or a bio line here. Let me take a look at this one. It says that I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a community builder. And then it gives a link for people to go and join my Facebook group where they can learn more. So this is an awesome opportunity for you to tell, again, your friends and family, your inner circle, what it is that you do, give them an idea of what it is that you have to offer, and then give them, this is called a call to action, something they can do so they can find out more. And then the last thing that you should pay attention to on your personal profile is your content. I'm just going to scroll through my content here, and you can see that I post some things about business and some things about my personal life. There's a general rule of thumb. If you're using your personal profile to build your business and you're just getting started out, here's the ratio that I'd recommend. About 75% of your posts should be about you and your life, what you're up to. Here's an example of a post like this. I said, to my fit friends, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Yuna's plank? And I put a picture of my 2-year-old daughter practicing her plank here on the couch. This is just something fun about my life that allows people to get a little insight as to who I am and what I'm up to. Contrast that with a post like this. This says 3 new Facebook rules for using content to sell. And in this particular post, I showed how I applied a Facebook marketing strategy and took the viewers on my live videos from an average of 17 to up to an average of 75. So this is clearly a business type post. And you can do posts like this, but when you're just starting out and you're using your personal profile, like I said, I recommend that 75% of your posts are about you and your life, and then 25% are about your business. And doing this, using this rule of thumb, it can be really powerful. I'm going to go back over to my personal profile here, and I'm going to scroll up to the section where it shows friends. Now, on your personal profile, you have a maximum of 5,000 friend spots. And you can see here that I'm just bumping up to just about 5,000 right now. So that actually gives you quite a big audience. If you have even 500 or 1,000 or maybe 5,000 friends, that's a lot of people who, when you start sharing a little bit about your business, they may be interested. Maybe they'll be interested for themselves, or maybe you'll get that referral effect and they're going to tell other people in their networks about what it is that you do. So that's your personal profile and how you can start building that that into your Facebook marketing strategy, I am going to give you one warning. When we were talking about that ratio of 75% of your posts being about you and 25% being about your business, I do urge you to post about your business, but not to ramp up those posts too quickly. We're going to talk about how you can start adding more business content in just a second. But when you're just starting out, make sure that you just sprinkle in a little bit of business content so that your friends and family who aren't used to you talking about your business aren't going to be overloaded and feel like they're being sold. I want to start out slow, and then we'll talk about how you can ramp this up in just a second. So that's the first place to start, with your personal profile. Second, you may want to consider using what's called a professional mode profile. Let me show you. I'm going to go back over to my Facebook personal profile here, and I'm going to go over to these three dots, and you'll see that down here it says turn off professional mode. So I've already turned on my professional mode. And what does that mean? It simply means that I'm using my personal profile for business. And you can do this as well. A couple things happen when you turn on professional mode. First, and perhaps most important, remember we talked about your friends. Down here again, I have about 5,000 friends, and that's capped for everyone. No one can have more than 5,000 friends. But when you turn on professional mode, you're now able to have followers. And you can see here that I've got 8,300 followers. And so this is going to allow you to really expand your audience. That's the first thing that professional mode allows you to do. Secondly, I'm going to go over to View Tools. You'll see this button pops up once you turn on professional mode. And inside your professional mode dashboard, there's all kinds of analytics. There's all kinds of statistics that will help you make smart business decisions when you're creating content and engaging with your audience through your professional mode profile. Now, I'm not going to go into any more detail specifically about this. There will be a link in the description of this video where I did an entire video all about professional mode. Take a look at that video to learn more. But there is one important thing that I want to make mention of. When we were talking about content and not coming out with too much business content all at once, that does begin to change when you turn on your professional mode. Let me explain. When I go back to my profile here, I've got 8,300 followers. These aren't necessarily personal friends of mine. These are people who have seen my content and they've been interested in it, therefore they chose to follow me. Most likely when you do this, your followers are going to be people who are interested in your business content. And so this sort of gives you the green light to start posting more regularly about your business because people are following you in order to see that content. Let me give you an example here. So here's a post that I made on my profile. It says, important, just tested a new Facebook content update and got 15.8 times more reach on our posts. Anyone want to try it? This is a perfect type of business post for my followers. My followers are interested in growing their businesses through Facebook. So when I post a piece of content like this, I don't need to be concerned. I don't need to be bashful about it. It's for my followers. And the same thing is true for you. When you flip on professional mode and start accumulating followers who want information about your business, then again, you get that green light to post more business content. Now, there is one warning that I'm going to give you when you turn on professional mode. And I'm going to show you an example here. I'm going to go over to this post and it says, need more content ideas. So I'm talking about different ways to generate content ideas. And let me scroll down. So this is a business related post. And you'll see here that there's a button that says boost post. When you turn on professional mode, Facebook is going to give you the opportunity to pay to have your post boosted to be seen by a wider audience. And I highly recommend that you do not do that. We're going to get more into paid advertising in a few minutes here. But in general, using this boost post option, you're going to end up spending more money on this advertising option than it's going to return to your business. And again, just hold tight. We're going to talk more about why that's the case in just a minute. But for now, just know that when you turn on professional mode, you're going to have this option to start paying for ads. Don't do it. The third element of building a Facebook marketing strategy for your business is a specific piece of content, and that's Facebook Reels. Here's an example. Facebook Reels are short videos. They're up to 90 seconds in length, and they give you an opportunity, I'll show you here, to write a little description about what your video is about. And in that description, you could include a link. You could also include a different call to action that asks people to do different things, such as like or comment or share. And the neat thing about Facebook Reels is they're super popular right now. So the Facebook algorithm really picks up Reels and shows it to a broader audience. So think about this. If you have Facebook professional mode turned on and you're looking to build up your followers and you start creating Facebook Reels like this one, the Facebook algorithm can pick up that reel and start showing it to new people. If those people like the content that you've created, if they like the topics that you're talking about, guess what they're going to do? They're going to choose to follow you. And this means not only are they going to see more of your reels in the future, but they're also going to see your other pieces of content as well. And this particular reel has been viewed a couple thousand times. You can see there's 14 comments, 3 shares. So the number of people who are going to see this reel is really growing and growing and growing. And that's exactly what can happen to your reels. In fact, I want to show you something really cool. So this is a post from Mark Zuckerberg, and when he's talking about Meta's quarterly business results, and he had a line in here that I thought was really interesting. So here he's talking about Facebook discovery, which basically means when you're on Facebook, how are you discovering the type of content that actually comes through your newsfeed or that you see when you're on Facebook? He says Reels is a key part of this discovery engine. Get this, and Reels plays exceed 200 billion per day. So it's clear that Facebook Reels are super popular. People love them. And it's a huge opportunity for you to build this into your marketing strategy so that not only do you get more people seeing your content, but you can get more followers and start to nurture these people so that they're interested in doing business with you. Number 4 is Facebook Messenger, and Facebook Messenger needs to be built into your Facebook marketing strategy. So Facebook Messenger used to be built right into Facebook. It was all part of the same app, but since has actually been separated. If you use Messenger on your mobile device, you'll have seen this because now you'll have 2 different apps, one for just Facebook and then one for Messenger. Messenger allows you to communicate privately with anyone who you engage with on Facebook. Now, I'm going to begin by showing you what not to do in Messenger. So I'm actually going to go over to my Messenger here, and you'll see I've got a bunch of people who have reached out to me via Messenger, and they just jump right into the sales pitch. So let me show you this example here. Mohammed, says, "Hey Dave, my video editing skills can provide insane value for your business." And he goes on to give me a sales pitch as to why I should hire him to edit my videos. Or here's an example from Matt. Matt says, "Hey Dave, I got an idea to run past you." And then Matt sends me this image that shows that he earned a bunch of revenue. He doesn't tell me what this business opportunity is. You don't want to do this. Sending out sales messages like this in Messenger, it just feels spammy. It's going to turn off your audience. It's going to turn off anyone who receives these messages from you. So instead, here's the rule that I like to live by when it comes to using Messenger for Facebook marketing. The rule is spark interest publicly and then sell privately. Spark interest publicly, sell privately. Let me show you an example. I'm going to go back to that post that we looked at a few minutes ago that says I found this strategy that allowed me to get 15 times more reach on my posts. This is me sparking interest. And you can see here in this case, there was 360 comments. These are people who are saying, yeah, I'm interested in this. Tell me more. This would help my business. So I sparked interest using my content, did that publicly. And then these people who are interested, now I move this over into a conversation privately. So Rory here is an example. He says, yes, indeed, I want this. I would then use Messenger to strike up a conversation with Rory to give him this strategy that I just talked about and to see if he actually needs any more help. That's an opportunity to make a sale. And this is what you can do in your Facebook marketing plan as well. Use your content to spark interest publicly, and then the people who really need your help, those are people who you're going to make sales to in Messenger privately. Now, one neat thing about using Messenger to make sales and to nurture your audience is there's a lot of different types of messages that you can send in Messenger. You can send a message using only text. You can send a message recording your voice. You can send a video message. You can send images. So you have a whole lot of tools to take that Messenger conversation from someone who said, I'm interested, and to prove to them that doing business with you is going to be a good decision for them. So again, Messenger, super powerful to take people who've already shown interest and then actually close the sale inside of Messenger. The 5th element of your Facebook marketing strategy is Facebook groups. Facebook groups are communities of people who share something in common. Maybe people join a group because they're geographically located close together. There is literally a group for anyone and pretty much any interest or hobby, anything on Facebook. There's even a group I came across the other day that's weird and wonderful secondhand finds that just need to be shared. This is a whole group of people who like to go out thrift shopping and showing the great buys that they found. And it's got almost 3 million members. This just shows you how you could create a group for people who are interested in the industry or the topic that's relevant to your business. And the neat thing about creating a group is that the people who are inside your group, they're the only ones who can see the content that happens in there. So the posts that you're making on your personal profile or professional mode profile, those posts can be seen by anyone on Facebook. But when you post content inside of a group, it's only seen by your members. And the neat thing about that is it sort of gives this feeling of a special community, a special place where people inside the group, they're getting access to something from you that nobody else gets access to. Let me show you an example. I'm over in one of our groups here. This is called Audience and Influence, New Ways to Gain Massive Engagement on Facebook. And you can see here that my wife and I, we did a training called Facebook's New Content Rules, the 3 latest content recommendations for selling on Facebook. And here we did about an hour-long training that was only accessible by members inside of our group. This was special for them. And when you start creating content like this, special content inside your group, the Facebook algorithm loves it. Facebook knows the power of community. And so when you start building up a community and delivering special content for that community, you better believe that the members of your group are going to see that content, which is exactly what you want. Now you can be posting content in your personal profile you can post different content inside your group. And you're going to get a lot more people seeing this content, which allows you to nurture your leads faster and generate more sales. And I'll show you how powerful this is. I'm going to go over to some of the statistics here inside our audience and influence group. And let me scroll down here and you'll see that in that past year, we've added over 10,000 members to our group. And this is 100% for free. We didn't have to pay for these members. These are people who are saying, I'm interested in building up my brand or building my business through Facebook. I want special access to all the content that's happening inside this group. And so just imagine if you did this for your industry or for your business as well, you could be generating a lot of leads and nurturing your leads through your group. While we're here, I want to point something out. I'm going to scroll up here and you'll see about this group, it says that this group is private. So only members can see who's in the group and what they post. When you create your group, you can choose whether you want a private group, as in this case, or you could choose to make it a public group. A public group means that anyone can interact, anyone can see the content. Now, my recommendation for you is when you're creating a group is to do what I've done here, and that's make it private. The reason being is it creates a greater sense of community. Either you're in or you're out. It makes people commit to joining you. It also prevents people from spamming. Typically, if you look at public groups, while they may have hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of members, oftentimes they're filled up with spam because anyone can join and anyone can post inside. Now, there is actually a third type of group that you might want to consider, and I'll show you an example here. This one is called Unipro, Automate Your Facebook Marketing, and this is specifically for paying members of our Unipro program. So this is a paid for group. And so think about this for yourself, whether you're doing some sort of coaching or you have people joining your course or buying a product from you. If those people would benefit from being a community with other paying members, this is a great idea. Create a Facebook group for your paying members only. And then inside your group, again, you deliver content that isn't seen anywhere else. And so as I scroll through here, you'll see that there's all kinds of content. There's all sorts of activity happening inside this paid for group that only our Unipro members have access to. And this is exactly what you can do as well. Now, before we move on, I do want to set expectations when it comes to running Facebook groups as part of your Facebook marketing strategy. Facebook groups are unbelievable. I love Facebook groups, but they do take a lot of work. When you start a Facebook group, do not expect that thousands of members are just going to join and thousands of people are going to be creating content and everyone's going to be engaging right away. No, it will take work from you to nurture that sort of community. But here's the cool thing. Once you put that effort in, and it might take 3 or 6 months or maybe even a year, but once you've generated that community where people really like each other, people like hanging out, they get value and they give value to your community, then you can become more and more hands-off and the Facebook group can run itself. So that's number 5, using Facebook groups. And number 6 is using events on Facebook as part of your Facebook marketing strategy. Now, events are really cool because it gives you an opportunity to do something like this. Here's an example of an event, and it was called 3 Paths to Passive Income, the latest Facebook monetization options. And this particular one was done for 2023. And then when you scroll down here, you'll see that there's a bunch of information explaining what this event is about and why people who attend this event will benefit from it. And then once this event is created, you can begin to invite people over to the event. So think about how this could benefit your business. You create an event around a topic that your audience would be interested in. You invite those people to come and attend your event. They read the description of the event. They understand the value that they're going to get from the event. And they say, yes, I'm going to go to the event. And you can see over here in this case, I had 219 people who said, yeah, I want to be there. And in this case, this event, it was a live training session. Maybe you do a live training session. We're going to talk more about Facebook Lives in just a minute. Maybe it's a workshop. Maybe it's a webinar. Maybe it's a Facebook watch party where you all watch a video about something. But the key idea behind an event is you're getting people to be interested and you're getting them to take a little bit of committed action by saying, yes, I'm going to attend. The other benefit of creating events on Facebook is that Facebook will then remind everyone who said that they're going to go to your event. So once they raise their hand, they say, yes, I'm going. Facebook's going to send them notifications reminding them that the event is about to start, that they need to be there. Here's where you need to go. Here's what you need to do, which really helps you from a marketing perspective, making sure that people actually show up to your event. Facebook events are super powerful, but I will give you one word of caution. I have seen some people who discover events and then they think that they're going to do an event for everything. They do an event every time they go live on Facebook. They do an event every time they have something to share on Facebook. And pretty quickly, if you do that strategy, you're going to find that your audience gets tired of being invited to so many events. So for me, the rule of thumb that I like to use is I use at most one event per month. And when you do this, just think about where you're going to be adding most value. Make that an event. Where are you going to be able to convert your audience from being just members of your audience, followers, to being paying customers? What's going to be your best conversion opportunity? Make that an event. Choose your best event, and then, like I said, do at most one per month. Number 7, when building out your Facebook marketing strategy, is using Facebook Lives. And I just talked about how sometimes I'll use an event that will drive people to a Facebook Live. Let me show you an example here. So I'm gonna go back over into our group, Audience and Influence. And in this case, the Facebook Live was done inside a Facebook group. You can do your lives inside a Facebook group. You could also do them inside an event. You could also do them on your personal profile, whether that be a regular profile or professional mode profile. Let's take a look at this one. It was actually a 3-part live training series, and you can see it here. It says level up your leads, training 1 out of 3. Then there's part 2 out of 3 and part 3 out of 3. And the neat thing about Facebook Lives is, number 1, it gives you an opportunity to really connect with your audience. In these cases, it was Lucy, my wife, and I. We're going live together, and our audience is sending us comments. You can see that there was 511 comments on this particular live, which allows us to directly interact with them. If they have questions or they want clarification about something, it allows us to respond to them instantly. And that's what you can do as well. So that's a neat thing about Lives, is it really allows you to connect with your audience. The other awesome thing about Facebook Lives is the Facebook algorithm loves Facebook Lives. Much like we talked about with Reels, when you do a Facebook Live, there's a very good chance that more people are going to see that piece of content than if you just wrote a text-based post. Facebook loves engaging content, and Facebook Lives have proven to engage an audience. Therefore, Facebook is going to push out your live videos much more so than other pieces of content. If you're already using Facebook Lives inside your marketing strategy, amazing. If you're brand new to Facebook Lives, here's what I recommend. Do not show up on your Facebook Live and just wing it. I know some people may feel really confident in their public speaking skills, but remember this, people have a very short attention span. And so if you start going live and you ramble, or you get disjointed in your thoughts, or it's not clear what value your audience is getting, they're going to leave. They're not going to stick around. And so that's why it's so important that you be prepared when you go live on Facebook. I'm going to show you an example. This is from a live script. This was actually from that Level Up Your Leads 3-part training series that I just showed you in one of our Facebook groups. And this is our script. I'm just going to scroll through here. And this was a short video, maybe 20 minutes long. Look at all the notes. There's examples. There's call to actions. There's all kinds of value that's being delivered through this script. And so when Lucy and I go live over here, we've got something to follow, and we know that we're going to deliver value to our audience so that they stick around and watch the entire live and they engage with us. That's what you need to do as well if you're going to use Facebook Lives. So that's number 7 in terms of tools that you can use on Facebook to build into your marketing strategy. Let's take a look at number 8, which is your business page. Now I'm over here on one of my business pages. This is called Audience and Influence. Business pages used to be the go-to place if you owned a business and wanted to grow that business through Facebook. You'd create a business page like this, and the strategy used to go something like this. You tried to get as many followers as possible. You tried to get people to like your business page. And when they followed or liked your page, then when you created pieces of content like this, Facebook would show your audience, people who liked or followed your business page, Facebook would show that content to your audience. And it was awesome. It was a new way to get eyeballs on your business content. But about 5 years ago, things really changed. And Facebook started to slow down the number of people who would see your business page content. And I'm going to show you an example right here. So I made this post, and you can see in this particular post, I only got 2 people who liked it and got 2 comments. And that makes sense because Facebook wants to earn revenue from having me boost this post. You can see here it says boost this post to reach up to 1,700 more people if you spend $14. This is Facebook's business model. So using a business page to get people to see content for free isn't likely going to work for you these days. But Facebook business pages, they still serve a place in your marketing strategy if you're going to use paid for ads. I'm going to go up here and it says go to Ad Center to promote your page. I'm going to click on promote. And you can do this as well. You can go here and create an ad where you pay Facebook to show your ad to people on Facebook. And I'll show you some of the goals, some of the objectives that you could try and meet using these Facebook ads. So right here it says goal. What results would you like from this ad? I'm going to click on change so that you can see all of the objectives or these goals. So you could use ads to book sales calls. You could get people to go over to your website. You get more visits back to your business page. You get people into Messenger. There's all these different goals that you could look to achieve by paying Facebook. And I get it. This sounds really enticing. It sounds as if you could throw in $20 or $100 and Facebook's going to take this goal and fill up your calendar with sales calls. And all of a sudden you're going to be earning thousands of dollars. You're going to be a millionaire. Unfortunately, it's rarely that easy. And we're going to talk more about running ads in just a second here. But to summarize, the value of a Facebook business page these days isn't to create content. It's not to get people to like your page or follow your page. It's to set up a page so that you can run paid Facebook ads. If you're not running paid ads or you're not thinking about running paid traffic anytime in the near future, having a business page probably isn't going to be a necessary part of your Facebook marketing strategy. And so this takes us into number 9, which is running paid ads. I'm going to go back over here to the example we were at. As you see, these goals can be very enticing because maybe this is exactly what you want. You do want more calls. You do want more website visitors. Maybe you want to get more people into Messenger. But here's what you need to consider. Anyone who asks me about running Facebook ads, I always caution them. I tell them the same thing. You need to have a system that's already getting proven results before you pay for more people to fall into that system. Well, let me give you an example because I know that might be a little bit hard to conceptualize. I'm going to go over to a sales funnel that we use in our business. And this particular sales funnel has a number of different pages, but I want to really highlight this number here. This number, 6.45%. This is our conversion rate. And that means that out of 100 people who land into this sales funnel, somewhere around 6 of them are going to make a purchase. You can see all the purchases that we're getting from this particular sales funnel. So if you have something like this that's proven to work, you know you're going to get the result that you want, your system is working, then it may make sense to go to Facebook and say, okay, find me more people to send them over into this system. But if you don't have a proven system like this, if you don't know if your system works, paying Facebook to send random strangers over to your system to see your content, to go to your website, to go to your sales funnel, likely doesn't make sense and is likely going to cost you a lot of money. Now, while we're talking about running ads through your business page, I also want to go back and talk briefly about ads on your personal profile. You'll remember that when we were talking about Facebook's professional mode, and one of the benefits that comes with professional mode is the ability to monetize. You can make money through your professional profile. You can also run ads. And I made mention about how a button like this is going to start showing up on your posts, allowing you to boost posts. And I told you don't do it. Well, you're also going to notice that there's a button that shows up here that says promote profile. Watch what happens when I click this in professional mode. When I click this, it goes back to a page that allows you to create an ad just like we just saw through a business page. So even if you don't have a business page, you could still run paid traffic. Again, I would just recommend that you make sure that you have a system that's proven to get the result that you want. And then if you choose, it may make sense to start paying for a little bit of advertising to see if those strangers, when they come into your system, also convert the way that you want them to. That's number 9 in terms of strategies that you may want to build into your Facebook marketing plan. Now, number 10, I'm going to cover a couple different items. We're going to talk briefly about artificial intelligence. We're going to talk a little bit about AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, and the metaverse. And to begin this discussion, I'm actually going to go back to Mark Zuckerberg and look at exactly what he said about his plans for all these new technologies. So notice this. He says, moving on to our product roadmap. So he's talking about what's coming down the pipeline for Meta in the future. He says, I've said on a number of these calls that the 2 technological waves that we're riding are AI in the near term, and then the metaverse, which includes AR and VR in the longer term. So AI is happening right now, and then the metaverse is more of a long-term project. Well, what does this mean for you and your business and your Facebook marketing plan? In terms of the content that you create and how your content is discovered, the more AI that's implemented on Facebook, the more it's going to give you an opportunity for a greater audience to see the content that you're creating. Do you remember Mark Zuckerberg, he used the term discovery engine, how people discover your content? That's an AI-driven system inside of Facebook. And more AI advancements are going to be coming to the Facebook platform that are going to allow your content to be discovered by even more people. Now, there's nothing that you need to do right now, but it's something to be aware of and something to watch for as those changes do roll out. In terms of augmented reality or virtual reality in the metaverse, it's probably something that isn't going to impact your business right now. As Zuckerberg said, metaverse is a long-term play. They're still developing it. It's in the very newest stages right now. And so it's not something that you need to worry about for your business. I know I'm certainly going to be watching the evolution of the metaverse as it gets more developed. And so there you have it. I know this was a bit of a long video, but I wanted to make sure we covered all of our bases when it comes to building out a Facebook marketing plan that really fits with your business. And so what do you do now? Well, go back over that list of 10 and ask yourself, which of these are you using? Which ones should you start playing around with? Which ones do you want to test? Because every business is different and you may grab different pieces and put them into your marketing plan and it might look different from my marketing plan. And that's okay. The goal is simply to be using the tools that fit best for your business. Now, in full transparency, all the examples that I showed you in this video, they do come directly from my business. And so these are the strategies that I do use. But I also have a secret weapon. That secret weapon is called Unipro. And if you've never checked it out, you got to go over and check it out at unipro.com. Unipro takes all these marketing strategies and it automates them for me. It helps me build up my audience on my personal profile. It helps me get new members into my group. It helps make sure that all my content is seen by more people. It starts messenger conversations with people who are interested in what I'm doing. And most importantly, it nurtures my audience and helps me make more sales. And that's what it can do for you. So if you've never checked out Unipro, go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. And if this video was helpful to you, give it a like. If you have any comments or questions about building your Facebook marketing strategy, go ahead and leave those below. I'm happy to help out. And once again, if you're building your business on Facebook and you haven't checked out Unipro, it's been a game changer for me and I know it will be for you as well. So go over to unipro.com. That's what I got for you in this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.